Hi everybody, this is Joe Stout. I'm the president here at Mount Capra, and I'm coming to you from our farm here in the Pacific Northwest on a rainy Wednesday morning, and it's January 2021. Pacific Northwest, we get tons and tons of rain, and so this is the kind of weather that we're used to. This is actually what our field looks like right now, and the whole valley actually will temporarily fill up with water for sometimes weeks at a time. This is actually the main channel that the water comes through, and we have a culvert right here that's completely inundated, and so there's just this whirlpool basically connecting it to the other side. So then it goes under the road and out that side right there. Standing in the middle of a river. You can see the farm there in the background. You can see the beehive, right? The bee apiary is right there, whereas the goats are all hiding from the inclement weather up there in the barn. But last night about 12:30, the power went out because we were having a winter storm. That doesn't stop us from needing to milk the goats. Every day, twice a day, they need to be milked. And so we have a hardened infrastructure on our own farm where we can survive without the power. We've had to go as long as 2 weeks at a time without any power on this farm. And that means 24 times that we have to milk the goats using only the power that we supply and generate on our farm. So that's why we have the generator going. It's part of the life of living at the end of a power grid out in rural Washington the way we do. But farmers have to learn to be self-reliant, and that's a good lesson for all of us to learn. In these very tumultuous times, at least tumultuous based off of what you read on social media, this is a time to learn self-sufficiency, learn how to grow your own food, learn how to connect with your farmers that are in your area. Focus on your sphere of influence and don't worry as much about what you're being told about the craziness of the world around you. That's the generator right there. We actually open up these doors so that it gets lots of air all the way through. The exhaust for the generator is coming out of the roof. And right behind it, you can just barely see it, is our diesel tank so that we can run for up to 2 weeks without any power and without any diesel deliveries. So the sun's coming out today. We may actually get some nice weather after that pretty crazy intense winter storm we had last night. Down there you can see we've got the dry barn. The dry barn is basically the barn that we keep the goats that aren't actively or currently giving any milk right now. The reason why they might not give milk is because they're pregnant, and we don't milk them the last 2 months of their gestation or of their pregnancy. It also might be that they're too young to milk. All of our kids that we raised up in 2020, those baby goats are down there. Let's go look at them. Once again, dry goats are just goats that aren't being milked. We can put them down here, which is kind of out of the way of the rest of our farm because we don't need to milk them every day. These goats on this side, oh, they're excited to see us. These goats right here are all of 2020's goats, and they are pretty thrilled. This right here is Vinny. He's a boar goat. This is Bailey. Bailey's also a boar goat, and I think Bailey's pregnant. It's kind of hard to tell. Just kidding. She's very pregnant. Is one of our livestock guardian dogs. June is 7/8 Great Pyrenees and 1/8 Commodore. Both are livestock guardian dogs. These guys are getting their morning exercise. Excitingly though, June just had some puppies, and we still have 2 of them. Hey guys, how we doing? Oh, look at that fluffy puppy. If you're gonna be a goat, this isn't a bad place to be one. Now the chickens generally will follow the goats wherever they're grazing. But in the wintertime, they have to kind of stay put. We can't be moving them around a ton. And so they are put up on this nice little plateau where they enjoy the morning sun, but can also escape from inclement weather inside. Soak it up, ladies, soak it up. Lots of room for roaming, grazing, that they can kind of go where they want. Now the Mount Capra Farm is located on a hillside. That means we have lots of deep gullies, creek beds, and steep slopes. This is excellent ground for goats. It's a little too wet right now, but even these steep hillsides on the other side of our permanent fencing get the treatment from the goats when they get too overgrown in the summer. When they're dry enough, we definitely let the goats on them. Not a lot going on in the orchard right now. Just resting. A lot of hibernation going on in the plant life. Even things like the grass. A lot of those are just in hibernation mode right now. It's where they take the sugars that were in the stalks from the summer and in the autumn and the spring, and they put it all in the roots. All that energy goes into the roots, and it sleeps. And when it sleeps, it's saving all of that energy for the spring that will come. Spring is coming. Could be a little loud going past this generator, but that's life right now. We've got no power, but we've got power. Now we don't have any milking going on right now, but if we did, this is the milk tank that we transport our milk in. This is the milk house where the milk is stored and cooled, and it's cut off from the milking parlor, which is right in here. If we had actual milking going on right now, the goats would be coming in here, 26 at a time, where we'd be milking them. One of our newest dogs right here, his name's Ghost. Hey Ghost, how you doing, huh? Yeah. Ghost is a good dog. Aren't you? Aren't you, boy? You're a good dog. Ghost is purebred Great Pyrenees. Another thing we've got going on with tractors right now is our TMR mixer. So this tractor runs the TMR mixer. Here we are up in the hayloft. We got some non-GMO alfalfa, as well as straw. It's okay, girls. It's all right. Here comes the alfalfa to go in the TMR. So this alfalfa is going to get mixed up with the hydroponically grown barley fodder, and then on top of that we'll put some organic non-GMO grass hay, also known as haylage. All of that gets mixed together, and then we feed that to the goats so everybody has an equally mixed, total mixed ration, hence the name TMR mixer, total mixed ration. I'm standing down here in our southeast corner of our pasture. Waters have gone down just a little bit. It's a beautiful, beautiful winter evening. Of course, we're not doing any grazing at this time of year because that field is for fish, not for goats.